game, I know what to do. Show me something. That's another sack, cause I be running through it. I set up the play, I'ma make a move. Audible.
With Chesapeake Bay gleaming in the distance, we are inside M&T Bank Stadium near the Inner Harbor in Baltimore, Maryland. Here's a scene a short time ago. The Ravens introduced to this sellout crowd, and through a sea of pyrotechnics, out they came from the tunnel. We're set to go as the Ravens get ready to match up with the Tennessee Titans. Justin Tucker set to boom this one away, and off we go from M&T Bank Stadium. And they will elect to not bring this one out as our first drive will begin at the 25. And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at second down.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later. And let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on first down.
On the ground, this is Derrick Henry. It's a 6-yard run, leaves him with about a foot or so here still to go to hit the marker with third down coming up.
All right, Brad, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
An early test for this defense. Here we go on 3rd and inches. They'll try to run for the first with Henry. And Henry fighting for the marker, but I don't think he got there. He did not. No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively, and it likely forces a punt situation on 4th. On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. This is taken at the 18. 44-yard punt, return of 9. And the Ravens, they'll take over. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 27. They'll run for the first time with J.K. Dobbins. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. Now it's Jackson. That ball caught. It's Mark Andrews, the tight end. And he's got this almost to the 40 before going out.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Jackson on the give to Dobbins. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked out before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Brings up 2nd and 12 at the 37-yard line.
They go play action with Jackson. A throw taken in by Tylan Wallace. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Titans' 41-yard line.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
So operating from Tennessee territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 41. Here's a give to Dobbins. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
Second and 5. Now a handoff for Dobbins. And he won't get much. Maybe a couple. Down inside the 35 to the 34.
Well, every now and then we have to let a cliche fly, partner. And in this case, what do they say in the NFL? Your best ability is often your availability. And this is an extremely durable kid coming out of Ohio State. Carried the ball every time they even thought about running it. Wore down defenses and able to break big runs late in games. J.K. Dobbins going to Baltimore, an absolute perfect fit.
Jackson looking to throw on 3rd. And the Titan defense steps up here, and down he goes. And, Charles, part of the reason they lost last week, they didn't have a single sack. Well, they changed that quickly.
But did they ever? And it was something they talked about with us extensively. They needed to get pressure. How were they going to get to the quarterback? Obviously, they schemed themselves into a great play, didn't they?
And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. Here's Thomas. That'll go as a punt of 32 yards. And the Titans will be backed up deep to begin the drive as they take over 1st and 10. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. So, Charles, the season winding down, the playoffs obviously not in their futures. They look ahead to the offseason. What spots do they maybe need to fill?
Well, I think that they like the guy who's calling the plays and throwing the ball. I think that he's a pretty good player. Needs some help, I think, on the perimeter, though. Help him out with receivers, because I think if he gets an upgrade there, his play gets that much better, too.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Now Rodgers. He's got his tight end, Anthony Firkser. And brought down, but not before they're able to get it up to the 25. And a give this time to the tailback. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. Calling no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
And not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
The Ravens bring out an extra defensive back here on 3rd. Here's Rodgers to throw. He finds his man, complete. That's Jenkins. And all the way down to the 24-yard line. It's a big play there for Tennessee.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. That'll be caught by Brown. Touchdown, Tennessee. A.J. Brown, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Titans are on the board first on the road here in Baltimore. Extra point by McCann, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive and hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win first down. You win second down. And guess what? You start accumulating first downs. And that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
After 7-0 on EA Sports. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They'll run. It's Dobbins. And he'll take this one for about 4 up to the 40.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Jackson. And this is going to be hauled in by the tight end Andrews. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds.
Well, normally you see 3 tight ends in a formation. You have to think to yourself, this has got to be a run. And I know as a safety, when I saw that, I took an extra step or 2 towards the line of scrimmage. Instead, they threw the ball, and he found one of those tight ends for a very nice pickup.
From their own 40 to the other 40. The gain of 20 leads to 1st and 10. Dobbins running out of the gun. And he stopped immediately there. The tackle was by the Boston College product, Harold Landry.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Here's Jackson. That'll be caught by Shipley. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
To throw is Jackson. And he's got his tight end. That's Andrews. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Titans' 19.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
From the red zone now, here's Jackson on first down. Oh, into a sea of defenders and intercepted. Picked by Kevin Byard. And the Titans will have solid field position here as they take over at the 45-yard line. It's almost like you can see the look of frustration on his face. 4 interceptions last week. We talked about it all week. What did he do wrong? And another one here in the first half.
And you can understand the frustration. You actually feel his pain a little bit. But the worst thing he can do is what you're seeing right now, showing the other team that he's frustrated. All they're going to do is double their efforts to make him even more frustrated. He's got to gather himself, compose himself, and keep fighting.
Well, he talked a lot about erasing that loss last week, getting back in the win column. We'll see how he responds. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. Now a handoff as they run left side. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
And he'll get about 3 as he's brought down to the 28.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
The 22 is the line to gain here on 3rd down. Here's Rodgers. And the throw there going to be incomplete. More problems here on 3rd down. They've converted only once so far in this first half.
And you know as well as I do in this league, if you don't win on 3rd down, it makes it hard to win a ball game because then you're relying on your defense, you're relying on your special teams. You've got to get it done with your offensive unit.
McCann's kick up and good. And the lead moves to 10-zip. So the turnover leads to points as they add 3 there.
Yeah, what a sequence there and a nice win for them. They forced the interception, put together a little drive, and then come away with 3 points. Nothing to it, partner. Just do it.
And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. They find themselves down 10-0 early after the interception on their opening drive led to a field goal.
So now they've got to pick up the mantle a little bit. You mentioned the team's down 10. They've helped contribute to that. How are they going to get their team back into this ball game? Run the offense that you think is going to be effective and execute it at a high level.
So the incompletion, and now it's 2nd and 10, again from the 25-yard line. Jackson from the shotgun. Steps away to his left. And he's going to lose a yard or 2, taken down behind the line. It's a loss of a yard, so they'll wind up crediting him with a sack, and it brings up 3rd down.
Partner, I know that ball security's preached like crazy, but every now and then you've got to know when to get rid of the football and save a little bit of yardage if you're a quarterback.
Because now if you're the offensive coordinator, what does it do if it was 3rd and 10 versus 3rd and much longer as it is now?
Yeah, it changes everything in terms of play calling and the pressure you might expect to face on the very next down. Had to throw the ball away and save the yardage. He didn't get it done. And that's well executed there on 3rd down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a 1st down.
Jackson's throw complete there to Bateman.
And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out.
Now how about this throw right here? Had to throw it to the left sideline, and you know the timing's got to be correct on this one. Ball's got to be right where it needs to be, and it was. That's because he had great arm strength on that one, able to drive the football. Quarterbacks love it when they can show off their arms.
On 1st and 10, it's Dobbins. And he takes it down to the 40 with a pickup of 4.
Well, at the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back there and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
Here's a give to Dobbins running right. And he'll get inside the 40 to maybe the 38-yard line. 2nd quarter action with 1:59 remaining. A good chance this is 4-down territory if they're unable to convert. But right now looking at a 3rd and 3. Now Jackson. Throw right side is complete to Andrews, his tight end. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's 4th down. Jackson now. Oh, looking for Andrews downfield. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Mark Andrews with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Ravens' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. Extra point was hooking, but he does make it through. And the lead is down to a field goal. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And Hill will opt for the touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the second half, so this is a golden opportunity for them to go down there and put up a couple of 6s back-to-back. What a momentum swing that would be.
Yeah, you might be able to get a 2-for-1 without ever even giving up the football. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Throwing now is Rodgers. Looking downfield, and that's caught right side. He's got his man. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Rodgers now on first down. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And incomplete on the deep ball.
He certainly had a good game throwing the ball so far, but I think he was trying to take that from good to great with that throw, trying to get one downfield.
Here's 2nd and 10. To throw is Rodgers. Over the middle, complete. It's Jenkins. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 36.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Play action. Now it's Rodgers. Gets this to Ferkser, the tight end. And he's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. Same result as last play, 14 yards and another first down. Well, now they'll try the end around. And able to get this down inside the 15, either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down. Rodgers now to throw. He finds his man, complete. That's Jenkins.
Complete to number 19. 2 yards on the play. And the Titans first down.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Now Tennessee going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. A rare miss misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. Rodgers going to throw. And it's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Tennessee. Anthony Ferkser as the first half is winding down. And the Titans will extend their lead here just before halftime. Extra point by McCann, up and good. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And they will not really have time to do much of anything. 15 seconds, all that remains before halftime. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it 2nd down. So we reach halftime here with the visiting Titans taking the lead into intermission. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Ravens set to receive the football, trailing here as we resume action in the 3rd quarter. And we will not see a return to start the half as this will be a touchback. The Baltimore offense at the line set to get going. And they're still very much in this game, although they do trail. What's the game plan, Charles, for the second half?
It might be a little counterintuitive because most people will think losing equals passing the ball more, but I'd establish the running game. They kind of went away from it in the first half. I think if they get back in balance, it'll help them when they put the ball back in the air.
So following the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 25. Play action. Now Jackson. That's complete. It's Devin Duvernay. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
That was a fun one to watch right there. A nice in-breaking route and plenty of room in the middle of the field. And he was able to get behind the linebackers and grab the completion for a really good pickup.
Jackson on first down. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. That catch good for only a couple.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Jackson. That's complete to Shipley. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line. Tackled there. Well, that tight end position, it just seems to continue to evolve every year in the NFL.
Yeah, you're getting really terrific athletes. A lot of them maybe were wide receivers at one point. They continue to give you speed, great hands, and big bodies, which make them excellent targets for quarterbacks.
Dancing to his left. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard. A shotgun snap and a give to Dobbins. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line.
Despite the score, despite the deficit, no quitting this guy. He's running angry, running through arm tackles. He wants to change what that scoreboard is saying.
Right back to Dobbins on first. And he'll get about 5 here as he'll take this down inside the 20-yard line.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. On the counter now, it's Dobbins. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6. This defense against the run, by the way, they're not top 5, but they are top 10.
So what's your philosophy here? Do you try and run the ball against a team that's pretty good against the run? What if you're a pretty good running team? If so, you might want to go ahead and run it anyway because that's your strength.
Toward the back corner of the end zone, but he could not get the feet down. This will wind up incomplete.
Well, when you've got a tight end who can run, you've got to give him a shot to unlock the defense. Want to see what they can get, taking the big shot downfield. That one winds up incomplete.
And Tucker's kick right there. It's good. And they're back within a touchdown. It's 17-10. So a decent drive there to start the 3rd quarter. They only salvaged 3 out of it, but they inch a bit closer.
Yeah, but still lots of time to go in this one. That's why you hear that clapping on the sidelines, right? Hey, got some points. As you said, inching their way back in. Time left to go out and get that victory.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked. But you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know them.
The ball comes out, but this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same. A little bit of a break for the offense with that football going out of bounds. Remember, they haven't turned it over yet, Charles.
Yeah, and they've taken care of the ball so well, they had to feel good about their chances and their opportunities. Remember the old adage, the team making the fewest mistakes will win? They almost cost themselves with that one.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now Rodgers. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off around the 37. Well, look, we're watching a quarterback here that's obviously been around for a long time. That's a throw he wishes he had back.
He certainly does, but as you well know, this is a guy that's used to taking a few chances, used to fitting it into tight windows. These are throws that he's made before. Didn't happen to get it completed in this case.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I've never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
Flushed out right. On the run, he'll let it go deep, right sideline. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Avonte Maddox. And the Titans are going to have it here at their own 15.
I think that interception happened for 2 reasons. Quarterback gets outside the pocket and panics a little bit, and receiver doesn't make sure he's absolutely in an open spot. So there's a guy lurking, took the ball from him.
Yeah, so don't wave your arms, right, as a receiver if you're not wide open.
Got to know that you're open. Otherwise, just don't do it.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
A good gain on first has him set up with second and just a couple of inches now from the 29. Now they'll run it on the toss. There he goes right side. The 40. The 20. Touchdown, Titans. A big play there. 76 yards. And the Titans are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. McCann now for the extra point. And the lead is up to 14.
Makes the score Titans 24, Ravens 10.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback. The Baltimore offense at the line set to get going. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. Following the incomplete pass, here they go again. 2nd and 10 from the 25. Throwing is Jackson. Oh, looking for Andrews downfield. He's got a man, complete. And now off to the races down the right side. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory. A big play there on the catch and run.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal. They'll try to run with Dobbins. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
Leads to 2nd and goal.
Jackson will keep it, and he will take it in for a Ravens touchdown. Lamar Jackson, his 2nd TD of the game and 18th of the year. And the Ravens have cut it to within a score. Extra point hugged the upright a bit, but he gets it to go. And that'll cut the lead down to a touchdown.
17.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Hill going to think better of bringing this one out, and the drive will start at the 25. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And their lead cut in half by that touchdown a moment ago. They are up 7 as they begin this drive 1st and 10. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Linebacker Patrick Queen bringing him down. When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
Oh, design run for their wideout. He'll have a 1st down past the 40. Touchdown, Titans. A great play there with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Titans are able to extend their lead. Extra point by McCann, up and good. And the lead now up to 14.
Titans 31, Ravens 17.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
Ravens take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2-minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do. And time to give some credit to the big fellas, the offensive line here, because you've got to have good protection on crossing routes, because you've got to give your receiver time to work all the way across the field. That time, be able to scan the field, spot his receiver moving left to right, and make a good, accurate throw. Thank you, guys.
Back now in Baltimore. It's the Ravens with possession of the football, but trailing on the big board as we get set for the fourth. On first down, Dobbins. And down to the 44, 5 yards that time.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
From the 44, Jackson. He's got his man. It's Andrews. And he is out of bounds inside the 35.
Good yardage on the completion there. And when they look at the scoreboard, they do understand a field goal is not going to do them any good. My guess, they're going to press the ball downfield as far as possible, try and throw it into the end zone and get a score, because they know they've got to get that done and get the ball back as quickly as possible.
It'll buy some time right. And this is caught at the 8. And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out.
Boy, how about the speed with which this offense can get down the field? It's taking them no time at all to get down here. And now they're set up with a 1st and goal.
1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They'll run with Dobbins. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. It's a gain of a couple, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
Every team we ever talk to that continues to run the ball in a game, even when they haven't had much success, all talks about attrition, don't they? If you keep running it, eventually good things are likely to happen. It's been a hard go in this game today, hasn't it?
Yeah, this defense, they've met pretty much every challenge in front of them this afternoon.
They're still trying to run.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Lamar Jackson, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Ravens have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th. Tucker able to connect on the extra point. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Hill going to sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. Their lead back down to 1 score after the touchdown a moment ago. First down's a must on this drive as they start out here 1st and 10. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Now it's Rodgers. And he's got his big tight end over the middle, complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45.
And these guys certainly are not hiding what their intention is. They're absolutely showing it. They're definitely not going to sit on this lead here in the fourth quarter.
Going to give this time to the tailback. And across midfield he goes into Raven territory.
106 yards rushing for him now as his fine rookie season continues.
Brings up 2nd and 3.
A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. And now here's a carry heading left. They find some open field here. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up 2nd down. Well, with the fumble he had earlier, we know how key keeping the football is here. That fumble earlier probably at the forefront of his mind. Just hold on to this thing.
It's also at the forefront of the mind of the guys who are trying to get the ball from him. And since they've seen him drop it on the ground before, they're doing everything possible to have him do it again. They need that turnover.
Now they'll throw with Rodgers. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Jenkins. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. Now Rodgers. Firing quickly here, and that's complete.
And the Titans are going to have 1st and goal coming up as they're able to convert there on 3rd and 2.
And that pickup of a first down, that's going to leave a mark because they really needed to stop them there, didn't they?
Oh, so frustrating. Defensively, you're a play away from getting that football back here down late. Tough.
Now they've got to find a way to create a turnover or a takeaway. Otherwise, this one will probably get away from them.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. A pickup of 4 on 1st down. It'll be 2nd and goal.
This is where coaches have to have spent a lot of time going over situations with their players because him getting tackled there is not the worst thing in the world. You're going to run more plays, right? Clock's going to go. But his thought process is getting into the end zone. It's counterintuitive for him to actually go down in this spot.
Yeah, but like you say, you don't want to get in the end zone too early here.
No, not at all, because you may leave an opening that can come back and get you.
The tally there, minus 2 yards, brings up 3rd down. They'll try to run this one in, and he will score. Touchdown, Titans. A great effort there. His 10th touchdown of the season, 2nd of the game.
And the Titans look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this 4th quarter. Extra point by McCann, up and good.
And the lead now up to 14.
38, Ravens 24.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. After the long touchdown drive we just saw, you wonder if maybe that's taken a little of the wind out of this offense's sails because they had it going pretty good last time, too.
Had to
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Avonte Maddox, and he's just across midfield and down at the 49-yard line. That is now seven interceptions between last week and this week. 3 in this game, 4 a week ago.
And I saw the head coach write on his play sheet and make a little note. I hope he's writing self-scout. Bring in the guys that scout games for you with a different eye and watch him and see what's going on, and maybe they can pick up what the flaws are, and hopefully they can correct them.
And he'll get it down here to the 43. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game. So the Titans in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And no doubt what they're looking to do is just salt away the final couple of minutes and escape with a win. And now they're going to get him down right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be second down.
Now that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater. He just made a great play there.
And he'll get this down to about the 30, 31-yard line. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. 2 yards on the pickup there. It's 4th down.
What a dimension this man brings to this defense. He had his mind set there that he was going to get in and make that tackle. He really flew to the football. McCann's kick is good.
And that will extend their lead even further. So with that, you figure this game's pretty much out of reach at this point.
Yeah, it's going to take a heck of a comeback to come from 3 scores down, but don't change that channel. Don't go away. Miracles can happen, and you want to be here in case it does.
You're a company man.
Aren't I, though?
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
It's now appearing that this losing streak is going to continue. You know, the coaching staff was confident that this was going to be the game to stem the tide, but that just has not been the case.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
And this one almost intercepted. Far too loose with the football. Nearly a 4th pick of the ball game.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. They go play action with Jackson. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Titans, they've got the football back, and they've got it in great field position. A first down carry for Henry.
Oh, big hole right side.
And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7.
A good run there off right tackle in an old school NFL football. The right side of the offensive line, often known as the nasty side. The left side, usually the technical side. Kind of reminds me of the old Atlanta Falcons 2009-2010. That's how they constructed their offensive line.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for Tennessee, it's a fourth win of the campaign as they get to 4-10 on the year. And they'll return home next week to take on the Jacksonville Jaguars. Meanwhile, for the Ravens, the season is really nosediving now as they fall to 2-12. And they'll look to get back on the beam next week as they host the Pittsburgh Steelers.